to the Final Four. We join you today from Providence, Rhode Island, and action from the Big East. The number 9 team of the country, the Villanova Wildcats, taking on the Providence Friars. One team remains undefeated in the conference. It's Seton Hall at 7-0. Villanova 5-1, and the Friars 4-3 in Big East play. Welcome courtside, everybody. Ian Eagle, Bill Raftery, the rest of our CBS crew. One thing has become quite evident here in the early part of conference play. The Big East is legitimately deep this season, Bill.
Got to be strong, competitive, resilient, some of the things we lack, obviously, but you also have to learn how to close out games.
All right, let's get a little deeper into this matchup as we check out our AT&T Fast Analysis.
Well, the catalyst for the Cats, that guy there, Colin Gillespie, the ability to make threes, dribble drive, and his partner over there, Sadiq Bey, able to knock some shots down, catch and shoot guy off the bounce or attack mode, send it in. And on the Friars side, why not start with Alpha appropriately? They need a big game from him. He's got to make shots. They have the difficulty in converting from deep.
Villanova head coach Jay Wright, now in his 19th year leading this program, 25-9 in his career against Providence. Check out the starting lineups for Villanova: Gillespie, Bey, Swider, Samuels, Robinson, Earl, Providence, White, Duke, Reeves, Diallo, and Watson. Greg Gant is out for Ed Cooley with flu-like symptoms, and Cooley basically said, we're desperate. We have to get a win here today against Villanova.
They've been close, they've been scratching, but their inability in that last minute and a half to come up with big plays has escaped them.
And that has been a big key. Finishing games, he said he loves the team's effort, he loves the attitude, but they've got to learn how to finish.
The big thing is the rebounding now as they readjust the players. A little squabble early here, Bird. It's like us at breakfast.
We'll throw off the rhythm. You had chicken and eggs. It was a weird combination.
Well, it was between lunch and breakfast.
Now we're underway as Providence controls the tip.
Ian Eagle right now. Villanova goes.
And our officiating crew, James Brinning, Tim Clockerty, and Tony Chiazza. Ball got knocked away. Villanova controls off the turnover. Gillespie on the push.
That's where he's dangerous. Gets a foot in that lane, finds some people. The key is to run guys off the three-point line if you're Providence.
Sadiq Bey, he has been on a serious hot streak offensively as he misses short from the outside.
And the crowd does not sit until they make a basket. If that were me when I coached, we could go ahead.
Hard drive, kick out, and Diallo turns it over. Gillespie, another steal. Villanova coming off a 15-point win over Butler on Tuesday night. Gillespie pull-up pop. He knocks it down.
A nice combination. They struggled, Providence against Seton Hall, with Gill with a ball screen roll. See if Villanova goes to that.
Meanwhile, Providence, the loss to Seton Hall on Wednesday night. Diallo is off and rebounded by the talented freshman Robinson Earl.
Big-time rebounder as well.
Friars shot just 36% in that loss. They're playing a ranked team for the 3rd straight game and 4 of their last 5. So stepping up in competition. Nice head and shoulder fake. Gillespie is fouled going to the rack as he got hacked by Diallo.
A little Marcus Howard on this one. A staple of this club. The pump fake, get the bite, and a nice little roll drags the big guy. A little nylon. Gillespie really has asserted himself mentally, physically, and a terrific leadership.
A lot of minutes, hard-nosed, good stroke. He shoots it at 85% at the free throw line, and Raph, this Villanova team is riding a 5-game winning streak. They get to the line, and they make their free throws at 79%. Top 5 in the country, and on cue, the announcer jinx works. Gillespie misses on the second attempt, but Villanova will retain it.
You messed that up, but that's a tribute when you think of Villanova winning close games late. You gotta knock those babies down.
So 3-0 lead for the Wildcats. Get it in. Robinson Earl, sweeping move to the goal.
Very strong too. Big broad shoulders. Can play bigger guys and maneuver them.
Now he's mobile. He's been very mature out of Overland Park, Kansas. And it gives Villanova a 5-0 lead. Offense working through Diallo.
The high logo. He goes back to that right shoulder.
It's Watson on the interior.
Pretty good footwork, and that's what they have to do. Use a power game, attack the glass.
The rugged junior puts the Friars on the board. Gillespie, nice acceleration. Fakes inside, but he missed it. And the rebound controlled by Providence. Push up the floor by White. Hits his man, the shovel, and a foul called on the way to the rim. Diallo.
Easy call, too. Got a jump stop, be in control. And you mentioned White running the show. He's a shooting guard, and really he leads. He's got to read ahead, too. See that defender? Maybe just bring the basketball out to the side, get organized a little bit.
White was coming off the bench, but a change from Ed Cooley. LaJuan Pipkins, the grad transfer from UMass, is now in more of a sixth-man role, and maybe the trust with White is a little higher because he's been part of the program for 4 years.
And he's very competitive, too. Not afraid of big shots.
Work it to the post. Robinson Earl.
Everybody has to stay at home because of the three-point threat.
Needs some help on a kick. Swider, this is a home game for him. Misses from three-point territory from Portsmouth, Rhode Island.
Needed a load of tickets, he told both of us.
Jump shot, Duke. No. And knocked out of bounds off of Villanova. As Bay tried to grab it, Providence will retain possession.
Duke begging a little bit outside. A real solid performer along with Diallo.
This is the best offensive rebounding team in the Big East, and that was a source of concern for Jay Wright. He knew they would get second, third chance opportunities.
Oh, they're always undersized. He can shoot it.
White strokes it, and it's off. Rebound, good box out there by Swider. Jay Wright said, we will have other players bring the ball up occasionally just to give Gillespie a little bit of a rest because they rely on him so much at the point guard position. Really don't have a backup point.
Well, Moore does occasionally play alongside him. A little kick here.
And a loss. Robinson Earl turns it over. And a foul called at midcourt as White was trying to accelerate.
To your point, though, Bird, you've got to score, set up that pressure for Providence, and they have difficulty, and there's just a miscue.
And Diallo will sit early here for Providence. Ed Cooley making a change.
He is searching. He needs guys that can ring the bell. Baseline rubs and a shape up. Earl forces him deeper.
Watson, tough angle, rims out. Rebound fought for, knocked out of bounds.
That's their game. Physicality at the rim, not afraid to mix it up, and you got to counter by sticking your guy.
Neither team shooting well. Providence is now 1 of 5, 3 turnovers. Emmett Holt, in his 6th year involved with college basketball, is now in for Providence. He's dealt with so many physical issues. White on a kick. Line it up. Duke on the money. David Duke shooting it at 46% from downtown, and we're tied at 5.
A nice job with the roll to the rim and the replace. There's that pressure after the ringing the bell.
And Gillespie is fouled as Wide got a piece. We got a timeout. CBS Sports college basketball coverage is sponsored by Kellogg's Frosted Flakes cereal. They're great. State Farm. Talk to an agent today at 1-800-STATE-FARM. And by AT&T. Top of the college basketball mountain. Villanova, 2 national championships the last 4 seasons. 2 fouls on Alpha Diallo. So an early seat on the bench for Providence. This game tied at 5.
That changes everything, really. And he's their bread and butter, guy that can do so much damage.
Providence never led on Wednesday night in that loss to the Pirates. They've lost 9 straight against ranked teams. Justin Moore is in for the first time, the freshman from Fort Washington, Maryland, for Villanova.
Great strength going to the rim.
Moore, spin, and finish. Justin Moore, pretty play.
Woo, power.
Savvy, 6'4", 210 pounds. He's well put together.
That could happen to you if you spend some time.
The 6'4" part? I don't think so. Out on the perimeter.
Nice defense.
The knockaway by Robinson Earl. Villanova up by 2.
Watson really got to hold his guy off on the other end. This is just a forceful individual. Little kiss with that left hand.
Providence team averaging 71.4 points per game.
Ooh, he had an open look. White.
Duke will take the 3. Got it.
Playing with some confidence. Big upside for this kid. Talented. Not afraid of the moment. They run a lot of down screens, what they call America's play for him. Screen to screener. He
grew up 1 mile from campus. True local product. Gillespie. The long strides. Oh, a wedgie early in New England.
Nick Paul called the Taylor.
Jermaine Samuels somehow put this in between the backboard and the rim, and a foul called.
That'll shorten your shooting percentage if you do that consistently. A pretty good defensive maneuver, and this kid has seized the moments for Villanova. Not afraid, taking big shots, aggressive. A little bit undersized, but boy, to see. Compete on the glass.
Aggressive defensively, and shows that quickness out of the perimeter, Will. Knock balls away, deflect balls.
Another local kid, too. Nearby Massachusetts.
Yeah, Franklin, Massachusetts. So he and Swider needed some extra tickets here.
You've been up here, a little bit of a zone look right now. You've been up here enough watching Patriots, right?
Yeah. Providence ends up being the stomping grounds for road teams. Ball gets knocked towards the sideline. And it's going the other way with Villanova.
A little fumbleitis at the rim as you check out the coaches. And a tough year for Ed Cooley, really. They started poorly. Injury, sickness. And now a high level of competition in this league. Trying to get the most out of his guys, particularly late in games.
Brandon Slater is in for Villanova. Providence brings in Khalif Young, the senior from Vaughan, Ontario. And it's a 9-8 lead for the Wildcats.
Slater, one of those guys, can finish strong around the rim. And he plays with confidence. A nice addition.
Robinson Earl gives it up. Samuels one-on-one. Samuels makes his move. Big time.
How about that? Talk about strength and elevation.
And his numbers are way up from last year to this year. He's averaging 11.5 points, nearly 5.5 rebounds per game. 3-point lead for Villanova.
High-low, little overload.
Reeves on a hard drive, leans in, big shot goes, and a foul.
He knows he can make that shot. You got to hug him for the 3. Reeves able to put it on that thing. Had that concussion against Butler, now back. A prime-time performer, gives him a little more solid punch on the offensive end.
Foul called on Samuels. And it sends Reeves to the stripe.
Going the other way, over the back.
Well, Villanova takes over, 1-point game.
Holt, I believe.
It is number 2 on Emmett Holt.
Well, you mentioned what he's been through, this kid. Got to admire his stick-to-itiveness.
He had a life-threatening intestinal issue that required surgery. And basketball was the furthest thing on the minds of the Friars, just getting him healthy. And the fact that he's back playing is pretty amazing in and of itself.
They have a great feeling for him for that reason, too. A little full-court pressure handled adroitly by Villanova.
Juwan Pipkins is in. It's an open look. Jumper doesn't go for Justin Moore.
Got to get Bay some touches, get him involved a little bit.
Oh, deep one. Off the mark for Duke.
Those are the ones when they're wide open. They've got to convert. It's really hurt them.
Moore off the penetration. White gets in there and forces a turnover, a travel on Justin Moore.
Pretty good strength. Whew.
Star Trek. Picard has arrived on CBS All Access, and it's a hit. Patrick Stewart returns as the legendary captain on an epic adventure. Now's the time to get on board. Start streaming today, only on CBS All Access.
Simpkins is running the point now. More of a shooting guard, which has been part of the dilemma as they run their little their pins on the baseline.
Duke
gotta make that.
Comes up short, and it's Gillespie who steps in for the rebound. Swider is back in for Villanova. 1-point lead for the Wildcats.
And Swider keeps everybody in abeyance wide because he can shoot it.
And that bounces off of Gillespie. Good defense there from Duke to harass Colin Gillespie.
And that's the one concern that Jay had. Their ability on the perimeter with length, and right here, it was maybe not the right pass at that particular time.
Villanova is all about balance. 5 players averaging double figures, one of 14 teams in Division I that can say that. White makes his move, floats it up with the offhand. Malik White taking it to the rack.
And this kid does whatever you need. I mentioned earlier, really a shooting type of philosophy. But stepping up in an urgent situation.
And a veteran presence. He's experienced from Richmond, Virginia, now in his senior season. Gillespie, the jumper. Rebound is snatched by Duke.
Villanova back in balance, though.
Give it up. Holt lets it fly. Too strong.
I don't know why we shoot that one.
I think Ed Cooley agrees with you.
Maybe they have sympathy, but not that time.
Villanova 0 of 3 from three-point territory. Providence is 2 out of 5. Friars with a 1-point lead. Just under 12 minutes to play first half.
That little triangle look, a nice hold off by Earl, but they couldn't get him. Good contest outside. This is the guy they got to get going.
Bay trying to get involved here. Bodied up by Duke. Shot clock winding down. Bay, quick hoist. And it's rebounded by Holt. So Sadiq Bey averaging 15 points per game. They have held him in check so far in this first half. White looks for an opening, forced to give it up. Pipkins has been struggling with his shooting. Here's Young on a backhand contact, offensive foul.
You can see that one coming. Not a good read by Khalif Young. The ward off, trying to dribble where he can do some.
Slater takes the hit. The Friars and the Wildcats in a tight one here in the first. 1-point lead for Providence. First half action. During that timeout, we went inside the huddle with Ed Cooley.
Everybody listen. Those type of threes at your size are not good. One more, feet set, toes down. Those are good shots. Those are great shots. Not walking. That's not your game. It's not your game. Be you. Defend, defend, defend. Good job.
Be you. Was that a message for us? Or it's a nice way of saying, what are you doing? What an endearing individual this guy is.
Well, he's just got a great way with his players and with people in general. And when we asked him about this matchup, he said, we need scrum buckets, energy plays. That's how we win.
Down and dirty. Get after it.
Providence has 16 fouls. Strip of the ball by White. Jarred loose. Bay got it. It's a Bay tray.
And leave him. Ooh, I like that.
You can use it.
A nice little kick.
And a 14-12 lead for Villanova.
With the pressure on you to contain your own because of Villanova's ability to bounce that lane. It is impressive. Can be devastating.
Extended minutes here for Holt with the foul trouble Diallo.
Does such a good job forcing you wider than you want.
Watson trying to get in. Wheels. Missed it. Rebound. He's got it. The stick back goes. Nate Watson. That's Providence basketball.
That is. They're going to put it up there and go chase it. Pretty good footwork. Missed some early games.
Tied at 14. We'll hit the halfway point of this first half. Moore, deep one, got a three.
Oh, you got to keep your hand up and challenge. Now you know if you're Moore, you got him. You can put it on that deck, get to the rim, and obviously convert easily deep.
Diallo in spectator mode for Providence. His team is down by 3. Pipkins and White sharing the backcourt right now. Duke slides over to the 3 spot. There's Duke weaving through traffic for the pull-up. Textbook, but didn't make the shot.
That's the problem all year long. Getting open opportunities, must convert.
They shoot it at 40% as a team. 32% from three-point territory. Too strong for Moore. Long rebound, Pipkins. Providence on the move. Pipkins will pull up.
I don't know about that one. It's going to stay here, though, I think, with Providence.
Samuels touched it last, out of bounds. Tomorrow, USF battles Houston, followed by undefeated San Diego State taking on UNLV. All of the action on CBS Sports Network, the 24-hour home of CBS Sports.
See if they can get Reeves going. Good corner 3 shooter. A little drive or kick.
Pipkins was looking inside. Now Reeves, the hard drive, and he's fouled.
And that's a scouting report. You know he can shoot it. Forced him to put it on the deck. Took advantage.
A.J. Reeves from Roxbury, Mass. Big guard at 6'6", 205. And that foul called on the floor. 13th foul against Villanova. More changes. Robinson Earl back in. He replaces Bay.
They switched that, Bird. They took Moore out, I believe.
Yep.
Yeah.
So Moore will sit. Bay sits as well, moves to another seat.
Now there's their flex shot. That's a tough shot, even if it goes. Goodness.
Now contested jumper for Duke.
And they were running that offense. They love the flex where they get some movement, control the tempo of the game, and quick jack gets you in trouble.
So Bay remains in. Nice move to the rim.
You always pay for a bad shot.
Villanova shooting 50% from the field. They take a 5-point lead, 8.5 to play. First half.
Nice string out by Earl, who does a lot of great things defensively. Little nickel dimer. Swider.
So Cole Swider using the body.
There's no mystery to this game. When you can shoot it like Bay can, you can really dominate. Take your guy right to the tin.
Billy, that's the second foul on Swider, so Jay Wright will have a chat with him. Back on the bench, Brandon Slater, the lefty swingman from Centerville, Virginia, returns.
When you have a strong conversation, is that a chat?
That's a chat. Yeah. You think it was deeper than that?
Maybe.
Bank shot goes. Pipkins using his body on the drive to the hoop. Lawan Pipkins, grad transfer from UMass. Put up big numbers there. Averaged 21 points per game as a sophomore, 16 as a junior.
No concern about his shooting. He's just running the show. He's got to do a little more of.
Robinson Earl pivots, deflected, and tracked down by Slater.
Got an open look.
Robinson Earl too strong. Rebounded by Duke.
He's been shooting the ball pretty good, too. A little over help almost cost Providence.
Khalif Young getting ready to check in for Providence. Friars down by 3. Oh, nice show and intercept by Slater. 5 Providence turnovers. Sadiq Bey. Physical. Step back. Whoa, money.
And he just has a great feel. Knew the defender was behind him and one in front. Great control.
Big East all-freshman team last year. Really a bit of a surprise out of Largo, Maryland. Late bloomer. Pull-up jumper goes for Pipkins.
Well, he's feeling pretty good about it. Get the others involved the next trip.
21-18 Villanova. Under 7 minutes to play, first half. Wildcats have won 11 of their last 12 games. In their last 8, they have really locked it down with their stifling defense, allowing an average of 61.6 points per game. Gillespie needs help. Fans wanted to travel. Bay, a tray.
That's why you got to stay at home. They did a good job controlling, and the fans want it, but they have the greatest ability to lock that pivot foot and maneuver.
And look, Bay heats up in a hurry. He's got a quick 10. 24-18 Nova.
Really not getting touches inside, which I think they have to do. You can't be settling deep.
Pipkins against the big. He gets it back. Flip it inside. Off the knock around. Reeves denied. side. Robinson, Earl, do not go in there.
Got to match up. They don't. Bay hit the hand up.
Bay, hot hand, cools off.
What a nice look by Gillespie, though.
Now we'll get a timeout. Ed Cooley still upset that no travel was called on Gillespie.
I think he's upset maybe at shot selection, too. Little kick out. Get him organized. Hey, Bay, what did you call it?
A tray.
Hey, for Bay.
Faceted Sadiq Bey. It's been a showcase in the first half.
He's such a solid performer. Can mix his game up. He's got great strength and size. Got the hops to elevate over taller people. Very confident stroke. And they find him, too. Gets in the right location and get him the basketball.
Originally committed to NC State. Made the decision to attend Villanova. And we've seen just a huge jump in responsibility year 1 to year 2 on how he's handled it.
The league is a lot about getting older, too. It's not, maybe not the McDonald's All-Americans on a lot of programs, but the guys get to develop for his help-winning program. A little zone look. Nice pass.
And Young couldn't finish it, but the follow goes.
Watson with 2 big bodies underneath now. They're going to crash the glass.
And Alpha Diallo is back in for the Friars with just under 5.5 to play first half.
Here's the matchup zone now. A lot more passing, although look at this dribble drive. Gets an open look.
Kick it out for Moore, and he cans it. A 3.
Can't happen. You got 2 guys. You got to corral that dribbler.
And Villanova's got its largest lead. 7. Well-rounded game. Justin Moore, we've seen him inside and outside. Nova is 4 of 9 from three-point territory. Diallo, that knocked out of his hands.
Quick. Well, this club works on defense.
White off the fake. Moore closes in defensively.
Automatic switch on the perimeter.
Shot clock is winding down. White has to hoist it. Off the back of the iron. Long rebound. Gillespie.
Well, the toughness of this kid. He is a winner.
He has really developed his all-around skills as well.
Out of bounds, unfortunately. Samuels.
Turnover. Villanova. Be there live for the music event of the year. Billie Eilish, Lizzo, Aerosmith, Lil Nas X, Blake Shelton, Run DMC, Ariana Grande. Jump in anytime, Bill. Demi Lovato, and more. Alicia Keys hosts the Grammy Awards live tomorrow.
They're all in my mix.
On CBS. Providence struggling. 2 of 7 on three-pointers. Gillespie takes a seat for Villanova. White. Nice. The mark. Watson takes up space, and he gets the putback.
And that's what they do best. Shoot it and chase it, big fella.
Watson now with 8 points in the first half and 14 points in the paint overall for the Friars. They spread it.
Swider should be able to get some passing lanes because of his ability to shoot it, too.
Moore looking for an opening. White holding his ground. Moore getting physical. Oh, nice touch from Justin Moore.
They all can post up. Little guys, big guys, in between guys.
Moore has 10 points. Ball got deflected. Diallo saves. White, that's an open look. Off the heel.
They got a push here.
Bay on a kick. Moore feeling it? No. Rebounded by White.
Need your guards to help on the glass.
Rush up the floor. Reeves. Step back, Jay. Book it. A 3.
And Bay did a great job. Terrific recovery, but knocking that big timer out.
29-25 Villanova. 3 minutes to go first half.
They can get the touches on the foul line to Earl if they want.
Robinson, Earl. Swatted. Foul called. Watson underneath.
Pretty good read. They got a lot of guys who can ring the bell big time. Oh, let's hope.
Oh, boy. Jermaine Samuels making his way towards the Villanova bench. We'll keep an eye on that as we step aside. Right now, let's check out the Jersey Mike Subs game summary. So far in this first half, Villanova 4 of 10 from three-point territory. They have gotten 10 points from their bench. Bay, the high man, with 10. The concern right now is Jermaine Samuels, who limped to the bench.
Right here, as he gets into that lane area.
Yeah, you could just see the gate was affected there.
Yeah, right here it really is more pronounced.
Yeah, I think at this point he realized there was something wrong. They took the left sneaker off. They were working the left ankle. Athletic trainer Jeff Pierce for Villanova. So Samuels will sit.
It appears to be okay, though.
Yep, shoe is back on.
Maybe a fluky thing. Maybe one of your dance moves. You know?
One of mine. Robinson Earl at the free throw line. He shoots it at 86%. McDonald's All-American.
Loosen it up a little bit.
Samuels testing it. That's communicating with Jay Wright.
That's a sprint for you, by the way.
I guess you didn't see me working out this morning.
He's going to go back in, I think. Tell him he's okay.
Villanova extends 31-25. It's the offensive rebounding. Not surprisingly, that's keeping Providence in this game. 6 offensive rebounds, 9 second chance points.
That's their strong suit. There's a little zone look now. This should give an opportunity on the glass, Providence. You got to get good shots so they're reboundable and tippable. Nice.
Young, open look. He cans it. Khalif Young, the lefty.
A wide open look, too. Nice little dive. More than just an offensive rebounder with that stroke.
Just 3 losses this season for Villanova. Ohio State, Baylor, and Marquette. Gillespie, the dribble drive.
Nice.
What a fake by Colin Gillespie to get the deuce.
A little lingerie on the deck for Colin. Again, everybody's lifted. You can control as a little guy.
Confidence has grown for Gillespie. Learned a lot from both Brunson and Booth.
Steps.
Yep, basket won't count for Malik White. A travel called. And it is Samuels returning for Villanova.
And you're right about learning that process. Some great talented guards. Almost guard you there for a number of years.
And that's something that Jay Wright has specialized in, recruiting them, developing them, and not just outstanding performers, but leaders. Gillespie, the fend-off, 33-27 Villanova. And a foul called on White. Coming up, AT&T at the half. Adam Zucker, Seth Davis, Wally Zerbiak, first half analysis, and a look at the other action going on today around college basketball, all coming up on AT&T at the half. Diallo is back on the bench for Providence.
Staying in contact, though, that's key. Can't afford to lose him. Give it one more shot, maybe.
And the second foul on Malik White sends Gillespie, an 85% shooter, at the line. And here comes Diallo.
That's smart. Put him in for the offensive end.
He replaces Khalif Young. Diallo is yet to score, just 1 field goal attempt with those 2 early fouls.
Every coach has the philosophy, should I, with 2, never put him back in. John Chaney never put anybody back in the old days at Temple. I think when you've been around for a few years, well, why not? That experience.
This is the largest cushion Villanova's had, 8. A minute 25 to play first half.
See if they get Diallo, they do. They run a little baseline bumps for him. Excellent defense by Moore, and he's got a hold on Moore.
So that stops the clock with 1:17 to play. Villanova still had a foul to give. That's 2 on Moore. And Jay Wright will make a quick move here with Cole Swider, sophomore replacing freshman, but Swider playing with 2 fouls.
They are not deep at that backcourt spot.
Pipkins gets it back from Duke, circles. Oh, he tried to squeeze a pass in there. It's intercepted. What a feel! Swider on a rack attack.
How impressive, getting down and dirty. That set it all up, and in the sprint to the 10.
Gillespie triggers the extra feed from Bay. On the angle for Swider, it's a 10-point lead for Villanova. Diallo trying to get involved. Misses on a rainbow three. Bay keeps his balance.
See if they go 2 for 1 here, Bird.
They will. Gillespie the pull-up. Rims out. And the rebound controlled by Diallo.
A lot of clubs don't do it in college. I love it.
Duke. No good on a three. And a follow for Watson.
They love it. I think the only people happy in the program that they're not shooting well, the big guys. Ability to finish. Villanova some tough D. Bird, you got to be willing to pay the price. And Villanova, one of those teams in the country, anything down, they feel they deserve to get. And Bay, not just a pretty face with a three and a drive. They give up and welcome back home. Swider sending it in.
Cole Swider, 6'9" sophomore. Good bounce and developing. We talked to Jay Wright prior to the game about Swider. He said, yeah, we like what he brings to the team. His skills are evolving. It's fitting in.
He just bites you. That's what hurts. I mean, his ability to make that deep three, keep somebody occupied. Second time that full court pressure.
They handle it. On cue, Swider comes up short from three-point territory, shooting at 41% from downtown.
Yeah, that's his shot. Didn't get any air on.
And now Providence holds for one. 7 seconds left.
Watch the offensive rebounding.
White makes his move. Bank shot. Doesn't go, but a foul called. And Malik White is going to the free throw line with 4.2 left on the clock.
You see that weak side rebounding position over Providence. They are ready and available. There's the little bang by Gillespie, but on that weak side, I mean, they just really work their off. Watson.
Is that a fill in the blank?
It is.
Providence shoots 67% as a team at the free throw line. White individually 73%.
And Villanova has that play. They throw the length of the floor. We've seen Gillespie make a jumper out of it.
That is just the second free throw attempt for Providence as a team in this first half. Number 2 in the Big East in assists per game. Number 2 in the Big East in steals per game, Providence. But they're 9th in scoring in the conference. Up to the outside.
Got a chance.
Reeves. Oh, at the horn. Was it late?
I think it was late. They're saying it's good, the initial call. I thought it was late.
White in the right position to catch it and release. It felt late, and it was. Still in his hand, 0-0.
They'll confirm. Yep, there it is. Easy call for the officials. No basket. They just wiped it off.
So the basket will not count. Nova shoots it at 52% in that first half. Just a fraction off for Malik White. And the Wildcats with the lead at the break here in Providence. Villanova up on the Friars, 37-30. We'll send you to Adam Zucker in New York with AT&T at the half after this. CBS Sports college basketball coverage is sponsored by Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance. Buick, proud partner of the NCAA. And by Bud Light Seltzer. It's unquestionably good. Getting ready for second half action here in Providence. Villanova, the number 9 team of the country, leading the Friars 37-30. Welcome back, everybody. Ian Eagle, Bill Raftery. Pretty much how we thought things may go. Providence hanging around based on the offensive rebounding. Villanova runs it, sets well, smooth defensively. They make it tough on you.
And they get to the foul line. Providence has to stop fouling. And you're right. Conversely, Villanova's got to keep these big guys off the glass.
Well, for Villanova, the numbers may not line up exactly as Jay Wright would have hoped as we check out our Buick first half stats. Just 4 of 12 from three-point territory, but you mentioned it. Getting to the free throw line, making their free throws, 7 of 8. And Providence second chance opportunities, a huge key in that first half with 11 points. Saddiq Bey Strong numbers.
Really a talented kid. We talked about him going the first half. His ability to put it on the deck, gather himself quickly, high release point, and hey, Nate the chase. A little low touch here on a frequent basis. I think they're going to have to do in this second half. And they can be physical. They can go get the rebounds. Such a big-time force around that rim.
Well, the concern for Providence, the lack of offense from Alpha Diallo. Averaging 14 points per game, 2 quick fouls. And Diallo took the collar in the first half, 0 of 2 from the field.
And 7 minutes, though, because of those foul problems.
Providence has had 6 different starting lineups this season. They actually started conference play 3-0. They've gone 1-3 in the Big East since. And a steal right out of the gate. Robinson Earl feeds it. Gillespie to the rim.
And boy, just not good execution by Providence. They had Gillespie pinned in the lane. Nice high low to got him a deucer, got to the foul line instead of turnover.
And it's a 9-point lead for Villanova. Diallo gets a touch. Shakes off the defender and comes up short. Gillespie.
Nice play.
And it's blocked underneath.
Big guy Nate, huh? Providing the lift. Watson.
Diallo, he needs it. Off the back of the iron, rebounded by Moore.
Always talk about the first couple minutes of a half. Got to get good shots if you're Providence. Stay in touch.
So Justin Moore getting the start in this second half. And it's Swider who's on the bench. Trying to bring the lead to double figures.
I love this little 2-man game here. ISO.
Bay rises up, comes up short.
Go inside.
White just gave a glance over there, but didn't lock in on Watson. Now Watson gets a chance. Watson, bank shot, in and out, and a foul called. Watson will head to the free throw line.
He's going to get to the foul line. Struggles on that free throw line, but nevertheless, take advantage. If that hook went down, you got a potential 3-point play.
Second foul on Samuels. And Nate Watson, a 51% shooter, will get a pair.
And Bird, he made the free throw to beat the ball, though.
Yep.
1 for 2. Look at that stroke, and you're knocking the kid.
Whoa, whoa. Let's re-rack the tape. I made no mention. Nate Watson has 11 points here today. Missed the first 4 games of the season with a strained knee, and you see that big brace on the right leg, and he goes about his business and hits a pair.
This pressure you got to convert to set it up. Villanova once in a while can be shaky against the pressure.
Moore, secondary ball handler, gets it across, and now into the hands of Gillespie. Just underway, second half. Villanova up by 7 on Providence.
Nice
Moore
hands.
taken away for a moment by Watson. Moore saves it. Samuels on a kick. Extra feed. Robinson Earl stripped to the ball, and it's out of bounds.
Well, they are so unselfish, Villanova. They pass up good shots to get better shots, and occasionally great shots. Good hands on that baseline drive by Earl.
3 Big East teams currently in the top 15 with Villanova, Seton Hall, and Butler, but Butler's had a few losses. Earl, smooth shooting touch. Robinson Earl.
You mentioned Butler. How about last night? Baldwin with a great performance against Marquette.
Yeah, what a game. Overtime. The fact that Marquette even got it there.
Well, I had to look this morning because you know I like to get to bed early.
Yeah, you do on game nights. 41-32. Wildcats. White, nice find. Watson missed it, and it was Robinson Earl who was a factor.
What a presence that kid is. Number 24. Generally playing bigger, stronger guys, still able to compete.
Wildcats are 10th in the country in offensive efficiency. They went 4-0 on their 12-day homestand.
A little high-low action, and nice hands again to save.
And it's Watson taking it away from Robinson Earl.
A little tougher with the basketball around that rim.
White using a screen. Robinson Earl shows.
Look at Gillespie cover on that little double.
Swing, swing. Jumper short, rebounded Reeves. White pulls the trigger, short. Long rebound, Reeves. And he takes it to the rim. A.J. Reeves.
The guards have to rebound for Villanova in that case. A lot of those were long rebounds up for grabs.
Providence is now 1 of 6 from the field in the second half, and they trail by 7. Swider getting ready to check in. Bay hands it. Gillespie finds a crack. Kick. Bay. Short. Rebounded by Diallo. Here's Duke. Oh, nice sweeping move by David Duke as he floats it home.
Big time use of the bounce. A little stoppage of play.
Yeah, the officials come together. There was no foul called on the play. But they are going to allow substitutions here at the 16-10 mark.
Oh, maybe this little contact underneath, they thought maybe something.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, right there. Was it a basketball play, which I would suggest it's not? That's a Tavern League disco. I know you were raised in that environment.
The Tavern League environment, do they still exist?
Yeah, they do have them on occasion.
You will occasionally go to taverns, but I don't believe basketball is being played.
Not during the season.
41-36. It was a takedown by Watson. But a play on here.
Great bounce passing team.
Gillespie with a purpose. Cut off. Diagonal feed. Bay. He cans it for 3.
Oh boy, everybody has to know. Stay at home on the shooters.
Third 3 of the day for Sadiq Bey. He's got 13 points overall. And it's 44-36 Villanova.
Swider with a tough match here. He's got to stick his guy. There's that nice empty side.
And Young goes to the rim.
And that's exactly what Romero Gill did for Seton Hall. Ball screen dive. Great acknowledgement.
So the pick and roll works. Khalif Young on the setup by White. And it's 44-38 Nova. Bay has a high screen from Robinson Earl. Bay operating on Duke. Underneath. Bay sets up. Off the back of the iron. Rebound is grabbed by Providence. Good effort by A.J. Reeves.
They dodged one there, Bird.
White.
Nice look again.
But the finish is off the mark. Khalif Young.
Well, they found the rhythm now. Use the ball screen.
White sticks with Gillespie. 14:48 to play in this second half. And a foul on White.
A little small change, but know what Bay can do. What your man does best. Remember hearing that a few years ago. As Willis Reed would say, Bay, gather them, organize them, get a little nylon. Big-time performer, Sadiq Bey.
State of New Jersey with Rutgers and with Seton Hall in the top 25. And congratulations to Bill Reynolds, Providence Journal, U.S. Basketball Writers Hall of Fame. Just named and well-deserved.
Great guy. Outstanding book, writer, author, and loves his basketball.
10 books to his credit.
I don't think you've read 10 books.
In my lifetime? Is that what you're saying? You know, I do stream a lot of programming on the flights now, Bill. That's a great point. Well, congratulations to Bill. Third foul on Diallo. Out of the timeout. Gillespie will go long. And Swider back in for Villanova. Pipkins on the floor now for Providence. Gillespie using the high screen. They switch off the roll and a bump offensive foul.
Boy, that was a really well-designed play, too. Nice dive. Foul interrupts the flow, but they're just saying Earl's moving there. Goodness, I don't know about that one. I guess they got Gillespie with the discard.
They did. It is the off arm of Gillespie was the problem with Khalif Young. 6-point game. On the outside, Duke.
Here's the mismatch.
Feed the post. Diallo.
Just go up.
The back end. Diallo a little shove and he blew the layup. Knocked back to Diallo. He'll get another chance. That won't go. He can't buy one.
Wow. There's your primetime player. He is struggling. Those 2 fouls may have preyed on his head.
Gillespie the other way. Finds the angle. angle and gets the deuce.
It's tough. Just tough.
Diallo is 0 of 6. Gillespie is 4 of 7. And it's an 8-point lead for Villanova. 4-point swing there.
Bump. Nice look and help by Earl.
Duke uses the young screen.
Tough shot.
And good defense there from Robinson Earl.
Yeah, nice job. He does so many things on that defensive end.
Gillespie plays pedal to the metal. Gets caught underneath. Saves it. Plenty of time on the shot clock.
That's that principal play. Dribble, fake like you're handing it off, and now the power.
And it's more.
Tough shot.
Hesitation, air ball, out of bounds. Stream CBS Sports HQ, the completely free and always-on sports news network. Non-stop highlights, breaking news, and expert picks. Download the CBS Sports app on your phone or your connected TV to watch today.
Jay Wright really upset, thought that Moore got banged around a little bit. Better job staying at home on the shooters by Providence.
In the second half, the Friars are 3 of 12 from the field. White on a kick.
So they are just struggling from deep. Go inside.
A.J. Reeves misses from downtown. They are 3 of 17 from beyond the arc.
They just don't have it out there. Reeves a very good shooter. Wide open.
Off the double team. And a foul called. Robinson Earl. We nearly had a Send It In Jeremiah on the anniversary of Send It In Jerome 32 years ago, Bill.
Wow. What was I then? I must have been 15 during that.
was that your 15th year on Earth?
15th birthday.
Call that?
This kid passed up a good shot. They go with that 10, a little brush, got him to the foul line. Love his outlook on the floor.
His father, Lester Earl, was a McDonald's All-American in 1996, played at Kansas, had a number of injuries, played for Roy Williams.
Now, you mentioned Jerome Lane. I can remember a couple of years ago doing a two-way with him, and he said, "Mr. Rav, thanks for making me famous." I said, "Jerome, you made me."
Yeah,
somewhat.
Quite the contrary.
Yeah. A really nice kid. The heydays of Pitt basketball.
Oh, that was a really good Pitt team, as we know. A lot of talent.
Yeah. Sean Miller claims that he's the one that really made the phrase because he passed the ball.
He did give it up. Robinson Earl sits. Providence has missed its last 5 shots. And that's allowed Villanova to take a 10-point lead. A foul called on Justin Moore on the reach-in.
I think that might be 3, Bird.
It is. So Providence has it on the side.
As noted, too, they are not deep at that backcourt spot.
So Damir Cosby-Roundtree, the junior from Philly, Newman Goretti product, checks in.
Nice blow by.
Our drive. The follow won't go. They're getting a lot of cracks at it, but finally the foul called. Duke the initial miss. Holt couldn't convert on the follow, and then Watson got in there and was fouled.
They need that bully ball, though. That's their game. Attack the glass, dribble drive.
And it's Holt that was fouled on the initial attempt. Off the rebound. A 71% shooter. Transferred from Indiana. Only 6 games in the 2018-19 season. Missed the entire 17-18 season. And now Moore will check back in. That was a brief stint for Cosby-Roundtree.
Cosby-Roundtree, one of those guys around the rim, tip, rebound, and defend at the other end.
48-40, Villanova.
Ed Cooley, of course, we talked about Holt and their relationship. I mean, that's the part of the game that's so enjoyable for coaches, too. See a kid, in this case, get healthy, but also prosper and graduate.
And he said, look, if Providence wins this game, you're in 2nd or 3rd place in the Big East, just like that.
Optimistic, no question about it.
Missing Greg Gant today because of the flu. They sent him home yesterday when he showed up for practice. They didn't want him to get anybody else sick.
They love him, too. They think he's going to be a terrific player.
Freshman from Fayetteville, North Carolina, hybrid forward at 6'8", 215 pounds. Gillespie, he can find his spots.
He sure can. Some strength, too. He just didn't convert.
Rebounded by Duke.
Go inside, please. There you go. Make them do something. Nice dive.
It's Watson.
That's his game.
Count it.
That right hook. Jump with the pink shoes.
Soft hands, Nate Watson. 6'10", 250 pounds from Portsmouth, Virginia. He's got 14 points and 5 rebounds. Providence has cut it to 6.
Now, this is the matchup now. You can get a foul line look. Might get an open 3 if they get the touch in the lane.
Moore off the penetration. And it got denied by the rim. Friars can cut a little deeper into this lead.
Just keep going there. Go south.
Watson, the back end. Kick. Pipkins short on a 3 ball.
Just a reset and dump it down.
Bay handles it for Villanova. They lead 48-42.
And once again, that little search of the lane, a dispersal pass.
Gillespie on the kick. Bay lets it fly. Rims out. And the rebound snatched by Watson.
Oh, big, impressive.
White leans in, and he's fouled on the flip. Free throws for Malik White when we come back to Dunkin' Donuts Center. Ed Cooley and Jay Wright trying to get their teams to the finish line today. 48-42, Villanova in front. We mentioned it, the anniversary of Send It in Jerome. What do you get for somebody on their 32nd anniversary?
Up by Miller, goes ahead, lanes on the other wing. Bang! Yeah! Send it in, Jerome!
What would be appropriate? A little charge of glass?
You know, people claim that they have a little piece of that glass, and 20,000 people were at that game.
Yeah.
The show fits 3,500. But you notice I was working with a real pro.
Yes.
Mike Gorman.
A native New Englander.
Gave me space to expand.
We love you, Mike.
Those were the great days. Paul Evans was on the bench, and Pitt, Fitzgerald didn't get much better.
It was a great call by you and Mike, and it lives in college basketball history.
And you jumped on it today with Jeremiah.
Yeah, well, it was close.
Yeah,
he had a very close send-it-in Jeremiah.
Well, thank you, guys. That was very nice. Good memory. Same tie, same shirt.
Same size?
Same, pretty much.
48-42. Malik White missing at the free throw line. And Providence now 5 of 9 at the stripe.
They found where to go, Providence. Just be consistent. Just that when they get it inside, they get an offensive foul.
Yeah, it's going the other way on Slater. So Brandon Slater has picked up number 2.
And just a nice little, once again, great bounce passing team. And I guess he did put that arm down. Got a little too deep without a decision.
Providence hanging around here. We hit the midway point of the second half.
Maybe doing a great job getting it inside. +8.
Pipkins is fouled in three-point territory.
And not a good play, and that's number 4. In a spot that they're vulnerable. They don't have a backup. And you recall Jay before the game talking about how many minutes they've got for Gillespie and how much demanding it is on him.
Justin Moore, 4th personal foul. 17th foul on Villanova, so could be a whole lot of free throws here for Providence the rest of the way. Pipkins has shot it at 97% of the free throw line. Audiences across America love the new FBI Most Wanted on CBS. As the clock is ticking, this elite FBI fugitive task force hunts down the most dangerous criminals in America. Watch the new hit thriller FBI Most Wanted Tuesday night, 9 Central on CBS.
And Moore should have really, as Swider comes in, that probably shooting guard, small forward spot. But you've got to know, they've been struggling from deep. You want to contest and not foul. It's them in touch at 48-45.
And it's a 7-0 run for Providence. 3-point lead for Villanova.
This is where they've gone tonight. Oh, not a good look.
Tried to dump it down. Robinson Earl has it intercepted. Duke turns the corner. Can't finish. The tip. No good for Watson.
They got a foul on Gillespie.
It is on a push. Pipkins heading to the free throw line.
Frustrating for Providence around that rim, unable to convert, but this is just being big hands. Big Nate with the deflection. That sets it up, gets the house on fire. A little action in Providence. It's not on Federal Hill either.
Here in Providence with Villanova in front, 48-45. Moore has 4 for Villanova. White and Diallo 3 apiece. Swider and Gillespie in the mix as well, as Gillespie just picked up his 3rd. And free throws now for the Friars, trailing by 3.
Stopping the clock, getting some opportunities at the line. I know you've been here often, but I love coming here for a couple of reasons. Mike Tranghese, former commissioner, of course, he and Dave started the league. And get to see Julie Gavin.
Yeah.
Corey's here as well. And it's such a great tradition of basketball. Started for me with Joe Mulaney, and of course Dave, and on and forward to the Cooley era.
93rd season of basketball here at Providence. Pair of free throws for Pipkins. Mike Tranghese taking in the action. And he still has a lot of pep.
Oh, he does. He was active with that football.
9-0 run for Providence to cut it to 1. Bay pirouettes and rebounded by Duke. The Friars can take the lead.
Nice job getting Bay in there to make a decision. Villanova did not ball fake at all, particularly Earl on a couple of trips.
White looked down low. He goes to the corner. Pipkins, the baseline, left hand flipped. Watson gets his hand in there for the bucket. And the first lead for Providence since it was 12-11.
Not a good job checking out, moving them from the area.
It's an 11-0 run for the Friars.
This matchup has caused them problems.
Looking for the open man. Gillespie lines it up. Bottom, a 3, and a silencer.
This kid is something. Doesn't mind the big shot. Oh, premature dagger.
51-49, Villanova. 8:20 to play. Duke being watched by Slater.
2 bigs. Got to protect the glass if you're Villanova.
Pull up. Off.
Good job by Swider and Earl checking out.
And now Gillespie will slow it down for Villanova.
They've exploited the middle.
Gillespie.
Not a good one there, I don't think.
And it's out of bounds.
They really didn't have anything. Jay never gets mad at his shot. It's all about the defense, the extra pass. Just a real good understanding of being in position and dominating the physicality of Providence. So prominent. And how about this one, Bird? A little response. Gillespie nailing it. Impressive leaderboard and an impressive array of defensive ability.
Our AT&T Fast Analysis wrap.
Really, just extraordinary position, great hands. Only 4 steals, but Jay was concerned about deflection. Here you've got a fake high, go low. They had a wide open opportunity. Providence taking advantage, and particularly on the glass, Bird. 38 rebounds, just amazing. The 24 on the other end, 10 of them offensive. So Villanova's going to prevail. Now they're going to have to do a better job on that glass and inside defense.
And Billy, one big key here for Providence, just 1 turnover in the second half. So not giving Jay Wright's team a whole lot of opportunities.
The match has really caused Villanova some problems, and they've got the ball in the right spots, but the decision-making has been questionable. Easy hit on that sideline.
These two teams will do it again at Villanova on February 29th. 2-point lead for the Wildcats. Out of the timeout, Duke rejected, but a foul.
Bay has got a little bit of a body on that little bang. A nice little position, nice little drive to the dominant hand. Couldn't get over and turn him one way.
So Duke will shoot a pair, 81% shooter. Providence 10 of 14 overall at the free throw line, but 9 of 11 in the second half.
Rotating bodies here because of the fouls and offense, defense a little bit. Well, they've really done a good job when Swider's in. He doesn't get much room to dominate.
Justin Moore back in. Duke misses on the second attempt. And Villanova up by 1.
Same little look.
Bay gets a high screen. Bay one-on-one with White. Off the double team. And a tie-up. Holt got his hand in there. And the possession arrow favors Villanova. They'll retain possession.
Bay tried a nice little job helping out by Holt here. Gets in the mix to help White out. I think it was the right call. I'd love to see Bay on the foul line with this team right now for Villanova.
9 seconds to work with. Swider. Villanova leads by 1. Robinson Earl cans it.
Well, that is a soft spot, no question about it.
Double figures for Jeremiah Robinson Earl. Providence down by 3.
Just watch Earl on defense, Bird. So many things he does.
Missed jam by Watson, who ended up on his backside.
A good weak side attention.
And it's 5-on-4 right now. Watson trying to get back defensively. And now he does.
Too late.
Nobody was there. A jam for Robinson Earl, as Providence did not have any resistance.
And no communication whatsoever. You're going to stay at the basket till a big guy recovers. Make a mistake against a good team and program like Villanova, puts you in a little bit of a hole. You can see why Eddie's a little bit upset at his club. All right, we talked about Earl helping him out, but how about the weak side collection here to negate that opportunity at the rim and give Villanova possession and just a big-time opportunity, as you mentioned, inability to get down the floor and no communication at the other end. Well, the pink shoes, that's why you don't wear pink shoes, Bert. Particularly in the subway in New York. Big-time finish at the other end. Undetected. Bang. Why not? Get down the floor. Earl helped on the stringing out the ball screen.
Yeah, they lost Robinson Earl. He throws it down to put Villanova up by 5 out of the timeout called by Ed Cooley. And a near turnover. Pipkins retrieves it. The ball was tipped. Catch and fire. Doesn't go for White. And Gillespie's got the board.
Again, 5-on-4 if they want.
Gillespie accelerates. Find the open man. Slater misses from three-point territory.
Oh, Gillespie's got a cheap one.
And Pipkins will go to the free throw line.
Number 4.
Colin Gillespie called for the foul.
He tried to give ground. But Pipkins, very smart. Just maintain contact with him.
Colin Gillespie. That is the 10th team foul, so 2 free throws here for Luwan Pipkins. Late night on CBS. What will Stephen Colbert say as history unfolds on Capitol Hill? The explainer-in-chief breaks it all down on The Late Show with Stephen Colbert, new this week after your late local news on CBS.
This kid's a foul shooter in charge.
7 of 7 at the free throw line.
90, you said, right?
97%. 55-52 Villanova. Under 6 minutes to play.
They are not letting Schweider get a clean look.
Spin move. Gillespie. Kick. Bay a three. Rebound. Tapped over to Bay. And Villanova gets another chance. Providence had 2 players underneath for the board.
Long rebounds. Guards have to help.
Gillespie winds towards the rim, and a foul is called.
He just wanted the foul. He wasn't worried about the basket. Got an angle, initiated contact. They got a lot of guys that are game breakers. Heady play here. He knows he's going to go to the line.
It's Malik White picking up the personal. Raph, that was just the 2nd offensive rebound of the day for Villanova. 16 for Providence, but it came at a good time. Another free throw for Gillespie. Philadelphia Catholic League title and a state championship at Archbishop Wood. 15 points from Huntington Valley, Pennsylvania.
He does remind you of Arch, doesn't he?
He does.
A lot of what he does, a little toughness.
And Ryan Arcidiacono getting a lot of playing time with the Chicago Bulls. They lost Eric Paschal, who's playing in the NBA for the Golden State Warriors. Phil Booth, currently in the G League, playing with Capital City.
They just keep churning them out, though.
57-52. Villanova.
It's something going to the rim.
Pipkins on the drive, and he goes down. Take it away. Stolen by Justin Moore. Wildcats looking to extend, just the 9th turnover for Providence.
Providence's problem is making plays at the end of the tough little double. Nice hustle there by White.
Robinson Earl had to alter his shot. Holt gives it up for White. Diallo still on the bench for Providence. White loses his footing, and it's a travel.
There must be a problem on that baseline. That's the 3rd slip for Providence. Unable to turn that corner. Slipping and sliding. And it really has cost them dearly. Because don't forget, ice underneath, too,
yes,
right?
It's chilly.
Yeah. Well, I mean, when I get to your age, I'll be chilly, but I'm fine.
Are you? You're toasty in here.
Just the saturation.
I understand.
A little heat in the building.
Thanks for breaking it down, Mr. Science.
Mr. Wizard to you.
52. Yeah. 4:44 to play.
Oh, look at James Breedy putting in for janitorial skills.
You help out any way you can. A.J. Reeves back in, replacing Emmett Holt. But Diallo still sits. 5-point Villanova lead in the 106th meeting between these two schools. Gillespie cut off by Pipkins.
They're staying right at home.
10 to shoot. Schweider, no opening. Robinson Earl, short.
Didn't shoot it. Didn't get his rotation.
And Ed Cooley will take a timeout.
Look for Bay to slip in there, I think, next couple of trips for Villanova.
4:13 to play, with Villanova leading by 5 on the road. Our game summary with Villanova shooting it at 44% from the field. Providence 32%. Staying in this game thanks to second chance points. Just trying to make this game ugly, win any way possible, and trying to throw off Villanova's rhythm. The Wildcats, excellent three-point shooting team. Providence trying to make it difficult on them. Diallo limited action because of early foul trouble, and now it just feels like Ed Cooley is going with the guys that got them back in the game.
He likes the way they're performing, and the big thing is they're getting to that free throw line. They're going to continue that.
Villanova is just 6 of 20 from three-point territory, but Providence is 3 of 19.
Cosby Roundtree, pretty good defender on the floor now.
Watson, give it up. White, he gets it to go. Malik White, fearless.
He is a competitor, that kid. Able to hang and deliver.
It's a three-point game with under 4 minutes to play in regulation.
Moore running the point. Gillespie gets a blow.
Moore probing, and a foul called.
Great, here comes Gillespie.
So a short breather for Gillespie. He and Swider will check back in. Pipkins picks up his third personal.
And Roundtree gets a couple of, maybe a minute out there on the defensive end.
Now, Raph, that's the 6th team foul on Providence. And now another change with Holt returning for A.J. Reeves. Trigger man is Bay. And that's going to put Villanova at the free throw line for 1-1. David Duke.
They're taking advantage of the size on this side with Earl. You do enough football, I think that may have been called, huh? Maybe not against the Saints.
Oh, whoa. Billy. Strong takes. And now Holt, offense, defense here. Back to the bench. Reeves returns.
Free throw shooter, this kid is 86.
Did a year at IMG Academy. Really smooth.
Big upside. Really knows how to play both ends of the floor.
And does a little bit of everything for this Villanova team. Can guard multiple positions and nails a pair of free throws to give Villanova a 5-point lead with 3:42 on the clock.
See if Watson can get some touches and make good decisions if he doesn't have a good look.
Duke makes his move, turns the corner, gives it up. Watson trying to muscle it in. He's fouled.
And appropriately, too. Let him just command the tension in there. Just a tough, hard-nosed competitor and a nice look. Pretty good grab here. Roundtree just at a disadvantage, too, once you get under the rim.
Nate Watson has made both of his attempts and now 3 for 3.
Now you're belittling him at 50%.
No. Those are the numbers.
You know he works hard at being a good free throw shooter.
So you're saying announcers should not bring up numbers?
Well, just you.
So one announcer. Nate Watson, 4 out of 4.
Goodness.
Very confident with the stroke.
You know they've worked with him.
18 points, 9 rebounds for the junior Watson. It's 59-56 Villanova. Moore, the shake and bake, the bump. It's a blocking foul.
Never got in position.
It's Malik White.
Nick Cooley doesn't agree with it.
And that's it for White. That's a big hit right now for Providence for the final 3:22.
I think that's where it started. Maybe just a little bump earlier. Boy, that's one of those bang-bangers. They've done a pretty good job on the dribble drive and then stay at home on the shooters. Kid brings a lot of juice to the game. Not a bad job selling that either.
So Justin Moore will go to the free throw line. Malik White has reached the quota.
I got to feel Diallo is either injured or Eddie's just decided others.
I don't think he's injured.
No, I think not the type of performance needed against the Villanova team in Eddie's mind.
Yeah, Diallo has been a very solid facilitator for Providence in his senior season. Numbers have gone down just a bit from a scoring standpoint.
Moore, another one of those good free throw shooters at 80.
And short from Moore. 3-point game with 3:16 to play. Duke hands it to Reeves.
Ball screen after the weave. Duck in.
Holt. Ball was kicked. And no call there with Robinson Earl.
Must have felt it was thrown into the lane.
Shot clock winding down. Duke short. Long rebound to Bay.
What a bad trip. Not a good trip.
Very stagnant on the offensive end for Providence. Now 3 of 20 from three-point range. Bay goes down.
They got a charge. Wow.
A foul is called. Jay Wright can't believe it. And Bay is limping.
I thought he had the angle on his guy. The other one went the other way. They're going to say the arm, of course, but initiating the contact was Providence.
So it's Duke who took the hit. And turnover, Villanova.
Providence defense has been excellent, though. Whether it's the matchup, individual dribble drives, being in the right spot.
Similar set. Let's see if they can execute it with Pipkins.
Yeah, they do a back screen to get to the box.
Duke, timing is off. Plenty of time on the shot clock, though. Here's Pipkins. The drive, the no-look, deflected out of bounds, and Providence fortunate to retain it. Good effort play by Slater.
And what a great defensive stop by Moore in the lane there.
Alpha Diallo has not scored today. Came in as the high man for Providence at 14 points per game. Friars are down by 3. They have 9 seconds to work with on the shot clock. Get it in for Watson. Back for Pipkins. Fade away. No good off the rim. Rebounded by Bay.
What a tough shot. We'll ride you. Big guys. Nothing about that shot. It wasn't a reboundable situation.
Robinson Earl off the drive. Kick it out. Slater didn't want to shoot it from there. He hands for Moore. The jumper. Too strong. And a strong side rebound grab by Reeves. Villanova up by 3. 1:40 to go.
Even get Duke going here. Little drive.
Duke for the tie. Air ball.
Drive it. Create some havoc. Get a chance to get to the free throw line. I was right up on him as well. Contesting.
A minute and a half left.
Now this is where you just pump fake and go.
They are 0 of 8 from three-point territory in the second half.
Now this is where they've been unable to step up, Providence. Coming down to crunch. Use some clock here. Free throw line is wide open.
And Villanova just knows how to win.
Yeah, they've done it consistently throughout Jay's tenure.
10 to shoot. Bay lost his footing and a turnover. Pipkins on the move. Pipkins lets it fly. Off the rim, no good. Numbers. Gillespie the other way. Under a minute left. Gillespie the 5. Oh, big finish. Robinson Earl with the stuff.
Goodness. Whew. Well, you just said it. Villanova knows how to win. Tighten that noose. Little look. Use the rim to ward off. Bang! Big time.
Coming up next, third round of the Farmers Insurance Open. Coverage is available right now on PGAtour.com and CBSSports.com. Tiger is on the prowl at Torrey Pines.
He has won familiar territory. Dominates out there.
And, of course, we'll have the live coverage right here on CBS immediately following this one here in Providence. 61-56. The Friars have dominated the boards 43-32. But overcoming 31% shooting from the field has been the challenge for Providence.
Got to get a quick hitter, I believe, Providence. Little ball screen and just get nice.
Duke splits and slams. Woo! rising up for the quick dunk.
Boy, what a beautiful set. The ball screen finish. Ooh, emphatic at the rim. Need more of that, the Friars.
Providence is out of timeouts. Villanova has one timeout remaining. This is a one-possession game with 48.5 on the clock. Villanova up 3 with the ball.
They can afford to be patient. You're going to see the press coming out. And again, Villanova against Kansas struggled on occasion, has a little problem with the press getting the ball inbounds. Distinct moves are necessary. Step to the ball, protect it. The inbounder has to hit the first free man. And watch for the trap.
Bay tosses in for more. Blocking foul called.
You know, I don't know why he had the baseline sealed. You got a perfect trap.
And it's David Duke.
Well, 94 feet away, and you got a perfect trap.
.46 on the clock.
I mentioned Moore, good free throw shooter. Missed the last one, 80%.
Justin Moore out of DeMatha.
Because when you mentioned DeMatha, I think of Morgan Wooten.
Just passed away.
Yeah. Terrific representative of that school.
Hall of Fame career. And Moore misses at the line. Providence has the door wide open.
Same play.
Duke, little body bump from Robinson Earl.
He can take him though.
Duke,
oh,
intercepted. Bay steps in and taps it over to Gillespie. There's a 2-second shot clock, the game clock, and Duke is forced to foul with 27.4 left in regulation.
Oh, step it up. And don't think about Bay on offense, but this team, a great take advantage bounce, but in the right position, knowing they might go to the big fella down the block, Watson. Boy, deflections and rundowns, and now a chance for Gillespie to nail 2 at 84%.
He is 5 of 6 today. Colin Gillespie, the junior. Don't forget, we've got you covered with the Farmers Insurance Open. Coming up on CBS and available right now on PGAtour.com and CBSSports.com. 62-58 Villanova. Gillespie cans a pair. It's a 5-point lead for the Wildcats. 18 points, 8 rebounds, 5 assists for Gillespie. 20 seconds left. Off balance, doesn't go for Reeves, but a foul is called with 19.2 on the clock.
Yeah, Slater just banged him a little bit.
So it's A.J. Reeves going to the free throw line. 64% shooter.
Got to get your defense set. A couple of makes even come up, get them to cough it up a little bit.
4-point game. Slater out, Swider in.
Andrew Thompson on the floor now to give the foul. The old Mike Reardon in the old days with the Knicks. Before your time, I might add. Bill Holzman on the sidelines.
Andrew Fonts has checked in for Providence. 19.2 to play. 3-point game. Bay gets it in cleanly to Moore. Back for Bay. They find Gillespie. Up ahead, Robinson Earl. And now they have to give it. Pressure was effective, but Villanova handled it.
Yeah, Fonts had one to give right down on the baseline just to save some time. Well, this has been the kind of year it's been for Providence. Late in the game, unable to make plays, decisions.
And Billy, that Creighton game, they were up by 5 with a minute and a half to go. They ended up losing the game last Saturday, 78-74. That would have brought them to 5-1 in league play with a win.
Unbelievable. A shot of Diallo there, obviously.
Robinson Earl is 6 of 6 at the free throw line. Big ones here. Rims out.
See if Villanova extends the floor, not letting them turn and speed dribble, but contain a little bit. Now this is the one that changes some decisions.
As the pressure builds on the freshman.
This is one of the great public buildings. Coming in here, great fan support. Ice.
64-60 Villanova. Duke will scoop it up. 10 seconds left. Down by 4.
Something fast.
Boy, this is taking way too much time. Reeves off the rim. Rebound knocked around and a foul going the other way with 2.9. And now the Wildcats can see the finish line.
Boy, is this a picture that Ed Cooley's watched consistently this year. A gritty performance.
Providence missed all 10 of its three-pointers in the second half.
A lot of settles, wouldn't you agree?
Yes.
Attack mode a little bit more, maybe touches on the box.
Slater shooting it at 50% of the free throw line. Providence is out of timeouts. A loss will drop them to 11-10 overall, 4-4 in league play. The rebound by Duke, and time expires. Villanova is riding a 6-game winning streak as they knock off Providence 64-60. The Wildcats improve to 6-1 behind Seton Hall for the top spot in the Big East. For Bill Raftery, the rest of our crew, Iron Eagle saying so long from Providence, where the Wildcats hold on for the W. Coming up next, third round coverage of the Farmers Insurance Open here on CBS Sports.